Welcome back to Arm Bounce Tutorials with Bear, and today we're going to cover our advanced version of arm balances, which the first one is Firefly Titibasana, and that has to do with some of the poses from previous intermediate poses, such as the 8-angle pose, elephant trunk, L-sit, compass pose. So, which compass pose is not arm balance, but still, like having that in mind and understanding the technique in that will help benefit when you're doing Firefly. So, let's go. Actual pose. Using my handstand blocks. I'll come. Let's see. So, here. That's Firefly. Okay. You want your block parallel to your heels. You come a little back some, right? Heel to your feet a little wider than hip width apart. So you can sink your hips down. Come into like you would in forward fold. Sink your hips down. Take your hands, bring it back behind you. Blocks, fingers facing towards the heels. Now, creating the shelf like we would did in elephant trunk at 8-angle. Knee back, sit back onto your forearms, onto the tricep. So this arm right here, you want to sit back on this arm. Create this shelf right here. Sitting back, like so. Sitting back. Coming back up, bend the knee. Sit back. And use a block. Having blocks. Maybe come up just a little bit. If you feel like you're gonna slip and you're gonna fall, you can just come back and kind of sit on the block, right? Like that. I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna make it on the block and I was gonna fall back. Okay, I'm glad it didn't fall back. And then what you can do, sitting on the block, coming here and just work on just the lift. Pointing your toes, lifting up. Right? Drawing your chest. You want to suck your navel deep toward your spine, rounding out your back like a cat, drawing your chest forward, your pecs. Good. Coming on your finger pads. Good. And then just pulsing up your toes, lifting your heels, coming up on your toes, lifting your heels. So you're working your calf muscles, which is really good for that leg extension, and your hams as well. Now, when you're ready, you can come back up, right? Come back up. Come into this seat. Because you're in a chair. You just don't, just think when you're doing this without the block. You're just in a seat. Your arms are the shelf. It's the seat. You're creating the seat. So, what you want to do is just lift up the toes, one toe at a time. And then sink down into that hip. Draw that elbow back. Right? Draw that arm back. And then sit down onto the shelf. Create that shelf for your elbow. Elbow can go back, which is fine. Right now, you can start with elbow going out to the side, and then later you want to work on elbow to the center. Now, it could be a lot of weight bearing onto your ham, so what I suggest is you just practice sitting, and then coming out of it. And don't work on the next progression until you feel strong enough in your hams and to your triceps. Now, what you want to do is do both. Next progression, doing both. Right? Coming down. Drawing your chest forward, suck your navel in, right? Drawing it forward. Now, drawing it forward, hold here and breathe. Breathing into this pose. Really deep breaths here. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Enjoy each breath here. And then, coming on your toes. Sit back with your glutes. Sitting back. Toes are rising up, right? You can sit on the block. See, the block helps right there. You can sit on the block. Hold here and breathe, right? Bring one foot up, and then bring the other feet up. And then maybe come and cross your ankles like 8-angle pose. So 8-angle pose was important before we got here, right? Crossing your ankles. and release. Good. Coming back up. Shake it out. Coming back up. Okay, that's a lot. So you really want to do a lot of twists after each progression. After each progression, you want to do a lot of twists. So, because it's going to be a lot, especially if you're going to dump weight onto your lower back, which it starts out that way. You dump weight onto your lower back, so you want to do a lot of twists, supine, just anything, like hug your knees, your chest, make a circle, doing this. Even if you're not dumping weight into your lower back, it's still going to be a deep stretch in your upper back, and you really want that. You want to counteract that stretch, that massive stretch in that posterior chain. Now back to the pose. This pose kind of takes a lot longer than the others. The advanced poses take a lot longer, pretty much, I would say, I don't know, 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years. So it took me pretty much like 2.5, 3 years to really get into it, and it just came as an aha moment. I didn't practice it as much every day, but I was practicing a few times throughout the week, and took a break some months, some weeks, some months, and then we visited again, and then just did a lot of stretching, did a lot of yoga, and then just helped open me up a lot more. And then one day like 2 years down the road, I just got it. I don't know, aha moment. Aha! I got it. Shelf, shelf, shelf. All right. Sinking back. What are we going to do? Sink down as much as we can, like happy baby. And then extend one leg out. Or cross the ankles, bring them together. So this is a good drill to test your endurance. Endurance hold on Titibhasana. Right here. Good. Lean forward with your chest, and then maybe rock from back and forth to test out your balance and stability. Testing out your stability. See how much control you have. It's okay if you come out, see? I come out, it's okay if you come out, it's fine. Now, once you're there, once you have that, the final thing to do, extend one leg out, extend the other. Firefly. Yeah. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. The progressions are a lot, and that's why it's an advanced, because it takes a lot of conditioning, a lot of conditioning, mental preparation, coordination, willpower, confidence, and a lot of opening and stretching with your body. So yeah, but it's possible and you can do it. Just take it easy on yourself. Do progressions, progress, and record your progress. Few weeks, few months, 3 months later to like a year, and then just see how that turns out. And you never know what can happen. You might get it sooner than 2 years or 1 year. You might get it within 3 months. So, but yeah, next arm balances we'll cover for the advanced section will be, oh man, what should we cover? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think, what you like, anything I missed or I didn't cover and you pointed out or you find out about it. Just let me know, because I'm a student too, as well as a teacher. I learn from everyone else, including you, everyone who's watching. And just thank you for just watching my tutorials and just watching me go through all these progressions and stuff like that. And I hope this helps. Enjoy the journey. Have fun. Later.